how's it going? And welcome to our update video on our Baritone Ukulele project. I've been doing some work. So I've clamped together some walnut pieces here. I call it the heel. Okay, basically the neck's going to sit on here like this, right? And of course it's going to get screwed and glued in place. Of course we do have a lot of shaping to go. This looks ugly right now. I glued actually one of my fretboards onto the bottom here because I want to mix the walnut with the hardwood. Now I found out that this hardwood is actually cherry, so all that hardwood flooring boards I have is actually cherry. My dad has more of them for me, so I think I'm going to scoop them because he said I can have them. And because cherry is not cheap, so yeah, if he's going to give them to me, I'm happy. And of course we still got, work to do on the headstock yet. Now this is going to be the main fretboard that goes on here. Now I have this marked out so I know where the line is for where the nut's going to go. So I've shortened up this. So this is what we're looking at, like this. And then when it goes onto the guitar body, or ukulele body, it'll sit something like this. Okay, so which also tells me right now I did good by putting that second block underneath because I know how much to shave off of it now for the shaping. But by the time you get all this said and done, just in front of this, in front of the fretboard, I'm going to go down a bit in front, and that's where I'm going to cut a 3-inch hole dead center for the acoustic hole for this thing. Now I haven't glued the top panel together yet. I'm actually still working on that. This is kind of really overkill, and a lot of you guys are going to be, wow, this thing must weigh a ton. Actually, not really. But this is all laminated walnut slices that make up my block inside, right? And that's what's going to help hold the neck in place and the fretboard more solid here as well, because the fretboard is going to screw into this too, as well as into the back. There'll be one screw in the back, 2 screws up top. This is how I've been seeing them built. And of course also glued as well, so nothing's going to move. So I got to make sure everything's dead solid before I do all that, and make sure all my lineups are perfect even for my bridge. But these are where I added splices in to make this thicker because of the angles that I miscut, and I put little pieces inside here. And so I got a lot of sanding to do in here yet to get final shaping done and stuff, and clean all that crap out that's in there. I'm going to put strap locks on this too. So what I want to do is I'm going to see if I can make a triangle piece. Now this is a left-handed version, so it's going to sit like this. So I'm going to put a strap lock in behind here. So I want to put a little beefy section in here of a triangle shape, glue that in place, and then I can glue in or screw in a strap lock nice and secure so that it'll never come free. But lots of sanding to do on the body yet, and other prep work to get the body to where it's supposed to be. I did get the front flattened and rounded for the basics. Final sanding is not going to be done, of course, until after the top is glued in place. But I've got my corners done, took all the sharp pointy edges off, so that's what we're looking at for the shape there. And there's a close-up of the front there. So we're making some really good progress. And now that I've got my new sander today, my belt disc sander, my 1x30, now I can get this neck shaped. So that's awesome. And I also picked up a saw that should work as a fretting saw. I'm hoping. We're going to test it on some other wood first. But I picked this up for $8 at Home Hardware. And it's designed to cut metal, plastic, masonite, and wood. So it's going to be very delicate for cutting, very slow process. But if it works, that saves me about $70 right now from buying the proper saw. And there's actually a miter box too that I guess it conforms to the shape of your neck as you're going to keep everything in line and straight. That's like another $160. It was the cheapest one I could find on the net. I'm thinking, well, this is expensive getting into building this stuff and working on it, but that's fine. I knew what I was getting into. It's just right now I'm trying to do some stuff on a budget and see what I can get away with on a budget too. Doing more professional work, of course, you do go out and buy the proper tools. And the glue that I'm using, I don't know if I mentioned it on any of the other video. I'm using the Tight Bond liquid hide glue, and this stuff is designed to work for guitars. And it's actually really good. You don't need very much of this stuff, like a very little bit, and you spread it around with a stick to get it all even on the wood. And then you clamp that sucker together, and within an hour, they say 30 minutes, but it depends on your humidity level. But I usually wait a few hours, and then I can unclamp it. And then after 24 hours, you can finally add some stress to the wood. And there's going to be some stress when we start sanding, I'll tell you that. So this stuff's been drying for a few days. So probably later today, or maybe even tomorrow, then I'll get started on shaping this neck and getting it shaped up and finish it off. And then we can just continue on. I've still got to figure out what kind of shape I'm going to make for the headstock. And I'm still in deliberations too as to, you know, am I going to make the nut and, you know, out of walnut or some other wood, including my saddle and my bridge, or am I going to, you know, get bone nut, bone saddle and, you know, still make my own bridge or use a pre-made bridge? I haven't decided yet. We'll have to see how things go. And the electronics, I figure, you know, I can do the electronics at any point, as long as I go with, instead of going with what comes with it, I still use the powered jack, but then I'll get one of those square plates like you see on Telecasters, and then just drill the hole a little bit bigger, drop the whole works in, and then this way I don't have to worry about waiting until this is assembled, I don't have to put in the electronics first and then assemble this together. I'll be able to do it later without any hassle at all. So, because a 3-inch hole is going to be more than enough to get to the areas I need anyways with my hand inside to get things set up. So, and I still got to make a back brace too for the top where the bridge is going to go, so that gives it extra strength and something to, because with the bridge I'm going to have it glued and screwed in place, it's both. And I want that really strong. So, you know, not that you need a ton load of strength, but I want to build it so it's going to last, you know. And so it's still going to be a few weeks down the road before we're done this thing, which is fine, you know. And because I still got to, you know, get my clear coat, finish coat stuff, and, you know, other things on the go. But little bits at a time, we're getting her done. It's awesome. Stay tuned for more here and there and other videos that I'll be doing in the next while. More RC action coming for my RC fans that are watching. We do have some more RC stuff that's going to be happening soon too. But in the meantime, hey, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao.